just going to make this tripod a bit taller. Hang on. There we go. We're going for a Mediterranean vibe. We've swapped the cards. We are on the Aries Tarot deck. We've got pots, we've got olives, I've got Hessian arriving tomorrow. These are really stiff, these cards. I'm gonna have to be mean with them. These are my pots that I made. That is Spanish moss and that's kiwi. And then I blended them together. That's kiwi by itself. Okay, so we're going to start off with Aries. I'm just going to have one more shuffle. Hi, welcome into the chat. I'm not answering personal questions. I'm going through the zodiac signs, okay? So you'll have to watch the sign for your person or watch your sign. Just to let you know. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aries' highest good. How is Aries feeling in this 4th week of June 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Aries, please. Okay, so we have got the Page of Cups and the Star reversed. Hi, welcome into the chat. I am reading collective readings, okay? So you'll have to watch your zodiac sign or the sign of your person. I'm not answering individual questions. The Page of Cups upright could be an apology, or it could just be an expression of emotion. The Star card is reversed. Now, that's the major arcana for Aquarius, so you could have that somewhere in your chart. You don't have to. The Star card is about wish fulfillment. It's also about healing. Okay, so this is a card that normally comes after grief, and it's reversed. So there's either a lack of healing and a need to apologize about something, or we want to express our emotions because we don't have wish fulfillment, okay? So you want to go towards someone and express something, basically. Okay, the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is conflict, okay? It's fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It can be like inner conflict or external conflict, okay? So it could be like mixed emotions over something, or actually arguing with other people, like they don't agree with what you're doing or something like that. Guys, I'm not answering individual questions. It's collective readings. You just watch it and then you see if it resonates for you. Hi, Bobby. Okay, so we've got the Death card. How stunning is that card? Okay, so in the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool walks through the gates and he realises that it's time to move on into the next chapter. Okay, so the Death card signifies an ending and a new beginning. This is a channel where you watch collective readings. Okay, I'm not stopping anymore. Right, let's get 3 cards for your person, Aries, the one that you're thinking about, or dealing with, or manifesting in the future. Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? It's hang on, where's the box? Here it is. See, I'm not too sure about the cover because that looks really like ethereal, doesn't it? It looks like an elf or something. But or an angel, something like that. But I like them because they remind me of like antiquities period. Should we put that there so you can see what deck it is? They're really hard to shuffle for me though because they're really large and they're like really thick, but that's just my small hands, Cheryl. Right, so interesting. Look at this. We've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Justice reversed. If those two were upright, I would say that things are going to be made right. There's been some sort of thing gone wrong and it's going to be made right, because the Wheel of Fortune, when it's upright, is good luck. It's like you've had a rubbish time, now the wheel's going to turn in your favour and you're going to have a period of good luck. And then the Justice card is like the scales of justice, you know, swords are like truth, honour, communication. That would be really nice, but we've got these cards reversed. So when the Wheel of Fortune's reversed, it's like, you know, these are the cards of your person, they're not your cards, by the way. It's like when you make poor decisions or you ignore the red flags, you get stuck in a karmic cycle, and therefore until you start making the right decisions, or this person starts making the right decisions, because it's their cards, that wheel isn't going to turn upright. Okay, and then they've got this like sense of like injustice. So yeah, that could be, for example, someone who is cheating or lying or stealing, or they're just ignoring the red flags when it comes to a relationship that they're in and they're continuing with it. Okay, they're not putting up boundaries. So it doesn't mean they're a terrible person, because we've all done that. We've all stuck with something because we just wanted to be in a relationship. Or so we'll clarify in a bit and we'll see what that's about. What am I going to do with my olives? Put them like that? I just wanted them. Right. Let's get 2 more for them. We've got the 10 of Wands as the challenge, okay? So the 10 of Wands, when it's upright, it's someone who is a warrior. They're extremely strong. They're really, really holding a lot of weight. They're carrying a lot of burden. 10 is the end of a cycle. So this has been going on for a really, really long time. And what have we just been talking about? We've been talking about someone that's not making good decisions. They're continuing with something when they should be giving it up. It's too hard. It's too dramatic. Something about something they're in is not right. Okay, and they've been just getting on with it. And they shouldn't be. I'm so intrigued to see what comes out next for them. Hi, welcome into the chat. This is a collective reading for anyone who's the sign of Aries. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. They could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, because they're very much associated with Pentacles. Okay, earth signs deal with the material. They're very reliable. They like comfort, security. And that's, you know, we get that from having enough money, don't we? We get that. It's a very stable energy. Thanks, Nana. Welcome in. Yeah, this person's a solid provider. Okay, when you've got lots of pentacles, you've got lots of money, time, and energy for people. You're a nurturer. You're creative. You're productive. You work hard. You tend to keep a nice home. You know, the love language is to gift others as well, not just to buy things for yourself. So that's a nice person coming in. Okay. I wonder if they got rid of this toxic person, because 10's the end of a cycle, isn't it? Let's get 3 for the outcome. I mean, you're not showing up, Aries, as a court card, and this person isn't either. So I think you're two. Actually, they're Queen of Pentacles, aren't they? But you're showing up as, I think you're someone that would like a relationship. You don't yet have wish fulfillment. You're conflicted, but you know it's time to kind of like move forward with that Death card. On their side, they've reached the end of a cycle themselves, and they're now looking really stable. Okay, like a nice nurturer, nice homemaker, male or female, doesn't matter. Oh my God, look at this in the outcome. First card to come out is the 6 of Pentacles. Everyone's being treated fairly, okay? This is someone that is happy to do their half, to put their half of money, time and energy in. They're a team player, okay? They want balance. They're not looking for an easy ride. They're not a freeloader. Hi, Gaurav. Hi, Star. The 6 of Swords, yeah, moving on. So swords are thoughts, okay? They're communication. It's getting in that boat and setting sail, leaving for pastures new. So it's like we're emotionally doing that, okay? That's in combination with the Hierophant, which is upright. That's a really nice energy. So the Hierophant is the major arcana for Taurus. It could be a Taurus, it doesn't have to be. This is someone that has lived a lot of lessons, okay? And now they are ready to be the teacher. They're very wise, okay? They've got lots of life experience. They care about others, so they don't want kind of to just watch other people make the mistakes they've made. They want to try and help others, okay? So it's using your head based off of real life experience. The Two of Wands is next, and that's reversed. So this is someone that needs to make a decision, okay? They're at a fork in the road. They're ready for a new adventure. They don't know whether to pick A or B. So this could be you. It could be your person that you're manifesting in. Or it could be both of you. Now, because that's reversed, it's like, I'm not really sure, so I'm just not going to pick yet. Yes, Jamie, if you want a paid, like, private reading, it's £18 and I'll do you about 20 minutes. It could turn out to be more. You can email me or you can private message me on TikTok. Sometimes my email inbox gets really full, so if you don't hear anything, message me on TikTok or just do that. So those were combinations. So we get one more for the outcome, don't we? Let's just move that back. It's better. All right, well, I read for all the 12 zodiac signs, so you just watch your sign. People are learning similar lessons, you see. Might be on slightly different time frames, but you watch the sign for you or for your person. Got the Page of Pentacles reversed. I told you there's something about this that is like not being quite ready. Sometimes it's quite nice to be at that moment where you're like, where should I go next? What should I do next? Because you've got all your options, and sometimes there's a bit of anxiety. Sometimes there's a bit of anticipation, it's nervous, excited. Sometimes you just like the fact that you're free to choose now. Okay, so we've got our cards. Let's get a timing for when this person's going to come in, and I'll clarify what's been going on with them a little bit deeper. Don't lose hope, okay? If you started to feel like, oh, it's never going to happen for me, don't, okay? Because that's not the case. Right, let's find out why they had a karmic cycle and the Ten of Wands, the Justice reversed. Who wronged them and how? Who wronged them and how? What's the difference in size between those cards? They're actually the same length. It's just how rigid. It's just how rigid the other cards are. I think they're so thick. Oh, okay. They were with someone who was hyper controlling. Very, very controlling. It was a very unfair situation. People can control in many ways. They can control your finances. They can control how you feel about yourself by telling you things constantly that aren't true. They can make you doubt your sanity. They can control what you wear. You know, there's different forms of control. Separate you from your friends and your family, stuff like that. It's not nice. Fool's gamble, beware the deceit of tricksters, as risky paths can lead to downfall. So they got duped by someone, okay? It could have been a narcissist. It says, knowing they fucked up, watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. Oh my God. Promiscuous, sleeps around, temptress, free-for-all, steals your man. Oh my God. So this person's so toxic. They don't even want someone for themselves. They like going, I can get that person, I can mess up their happy, you know, like situation, if they're happy by themselves or if they're happy in a relationship. They literally set out to just be destructive. That's really twisted. I've never had that come out, that combination of cards. That's really disgusting. They're not happy for the people. The truth is more complicated than you think. So there's a lot more to this person. There's so many layers to them. You know, it's like a sociopath or something like that. It's like someone that is constantly planning, trying to make games out of other people, are chess pieces to this person. They need to get away from that big style. They seriously need to get away from that. Yeah, let's get one more. Well, for them to come out of all of that and be a Queen of Pentacles, you know, they're a really strong person. That's what came out, wasn't it? Promiscuous, it said. Someone in the middle, someone is trying to sabotage this, and then we've got distance. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. Well, the emotions are all off on that. Okay, so we've seen what they've been going through. They're going to have to heal from that, and it looks like they already have. Okay, they're a good provider, they're calm, they're loyal, very, very good provider, hard worker, creative. Don't lose hope, okay? Because this person, if they lost hope, they'd never meet you, Aries. So this has got divine timing about it. Just, guys, I'm not answering individual questions. I've said that so many times. Let's get you some advice then, Aries, because this is someone that's coming in the future. You're not being given a time because we can't rush other people's healing, okay? Save a life, okay? Don't make yourself miserable waiting for your future. If you are busy being happy, planning in all the fun stuff, you know, lots of days throughout the year where you're looking forward to something really, really nice, something fun, watching a comedian, going to see a play, I don't know, going to the cybernetics, you know, like some sort of art exhibition, going on holiday. Do the things that you want to do. Go paddleboarding, go out, and just plan really nice, fun things for yourself, because When you're doing that, you are magnetic and you raise your own vibrations, and people can't help but be attracted to you. And it doesn't matter your size, whether you think you're too fat, too thin. Okay? Someone's just going to observe you. This person's going to observe you, you know, doing what you do best. As long as you are like being that fun, free, Aries, free spirit, fiery. Aries the ram, Aries the emperor. Okay, so we've got the crown chakra. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. That couldn't fit any better, could it? Okay, so trust in the universe's plan. Let's see what animal you're showing up as. Okay, you are showing up as the cheetah and the crow. Now, cheetahs, they have to be very, very careful with their energy. Okay, they cannot expend that energy constantly. They conserve it, they save it, and they rest. They look like they're resting and being lazy a lot, but you see them panting in the heat. And you understand that the environment they're in, they've got to pick and choose their battles. Okay, and then when it's time to run, they will put all that effort in. So there could be like a message there about conserving your energy. Okay, pull your punches, choose your battles. With the crow, as you know, is a really intelligent bird. It's really good at problem solving. I think there's something about you are incredibly like intelligent, you're a problem solver. You could be in management in work, or you could be someone who needs to be creative. Not meaning like with colour or texture, but creative, like work outside the box, think outside the box, you know, solutions orientated, something like that. So you're showing up really, really nice at the moment. You know, that's air energy because, you know, birds are airborne, and cheetahs fire energy because they're in hot, you know, hot, difficult environments. Okay, so I hope that resonates. I hope you feel calm knowing that someone really, really stable, really, really nice earthy energy is coming in for you. Let's get these cards tidied up. Don't forget to give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. And we'll be going on to Taurus next. Okay, Taurus the bull. You know what I think I started to do last time was just kind of drop the cards like this. Spirit guides, the universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. How is Taurus feeling in the 4th week of June 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Taurus. How is Taurus feeling? Ooh, looking for a soulmate. The 6 of Cups is, it's very, very sweet, nostalgic energy. It's like the way that you care for a member of your family, if you get on with your family and you love your family. It's a really, really nice card. It's like happy memories. Each cup represents a few years, okay? So those cups are building up over time. The cups are full of emotion. You see that there's roses blooming out of these ones. It's a really, really, really nice card. Beautiful. It's an even number, okay? So each person is really, really contented. They know each other very, very well, like the back of their hand. I don't know why we say that. They know them like the back of their hand. Something you see all the time, I guess, like someone you live with can be a soulmate, but this is a love reading, so I think you want love, don't you? Okay, so we've got the Knight of Cups reversed and the Hanged Man upright. Okay, so the Knight of Cups, when it's upright, it's someone that wants to date. Okay, so it's you wanting to say, hey, I like the way you look. Do you want to come out on a date with me? I really feel like we'd be a good match, and it's not just about what someone looks like, because that would be a wands. This is cups, so this is emotions. Pentacles is investment, like, oh, I see myself building a future. Cups is like, I really feel like you and I have lots in common, or we really see the same. We see things from the same perspective. I really think you're a good person. I see you with your friends and family, and I think you've got a big heart. It's all the like Romeo and Juliet vibes, like it has to be you. It has to be you. The Hanged Man. Sorry, I didn't finish what I was saying, did I? That's reversed. So the opposite of expressing emotion is suppressing it. Okay, the opposite of moving towards someone to tell them, like, I think I could fall for you, like, I really, really like you. It's doing the opposite of that, okay? It's keeping your mouth shut, not making moves towards anyone. The Hanged Man. This is a card where someone will turn themselves upside down because they're trying to be open-minded and see things from a different perspective, okay? So this is, I think you're not making moves, even though you want to be in a relationship. You want the next one to be a good one. Do you know what I mean? We don't want drama. We don't want to shoot and miss. So I think you are mulling things over. You suspend yourself. You're not moving. Definitely not going towards anyone. But this is like, I'm going to hang steady. I'm going to wait. Yeah. And I'm going to just stay open-minded. Let's get one more. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Kana. I'm not answering individual questions. If you want an individual reading, you can contact me by private message on TikTok. You can email me, but my Gmail box gets full a lot, so. You can watch the time. You can watch the sign, like your sun sign or the sign of your person, see what's going on with them. Right, we've got the Empress reversed. Okay, Taurus, this is one of your major arcana. You have the Hierophant, but you also share the Empress, okay, with Libra. How stunning is that card? That's absolutely stunning, isn't it? The Empress is, of course, she is royalty, okay? She rules the empire along with the Emperor, or in place of the Emperor. So this is someone who is... she's able to create from zero as many times as she needs to. She's pregnant in a lot of depictions of the Empress. She's a creator, she's productive, she's beautiful, she attracts love and abundance generally, like wealth. She attracts it, she does not chase it. Okay, so everything that she needs, she possesses. Okay, it's within her. So she's all four queens. She's the Queen of Wands, like very motivated, self-driven, goal-orientated. She's the Queen of Cups, you know, understanding, compassionate, caring. She's the Queen of Swords, intelligent, strategist, fantastic orator, writer. She's the Queen of Pentacles. She's earthy, she's practical. She takes care of business, she takes care of the bills, the housework. This is someone that, you know, has got it all. Now, unfortunately, that should be upright. You're not showing up as yourself, okay? There's something lacking a little bit. If you look at the fact that you want a soulmate, but you're on pause when it comes to, you know, if an Empress wants someone, like I've done this, I've like hinted that I'm interested in order to like prompt someone to ask me out. So I'm not directly asking them out, but I'm causing it, if you like. It doesn't mean that you can't ask people out. It doesn't mean that you can't show that you're interested. But for some reason, Taurus, you're not doing that at the moment. And that certainly resonates with me. I'm sick of the drama. So that could be why you're like that at the moment. I'm sick of the drama. I want stability. But at the same time, it's lonely, isn't it? When you get to a certain amount of time where you haven't been in a relationship and you think, it's time now, it's time now. Like, when will be the perfect time? I don't know. So that's the vibe at the moment. Let's see who's coming in for you, or who you're dealing with, or who's on your mind. That's so weird, the way that's come out sideways. Someone's very restless when it comes to you or the situation that they're in. Because the Four of Swords is like, right, instead of taking the swords down off the wall and going off to battle, I'm going to hang them up and I'm just going to lay down here. But it's not a person that's kind of going to sleep. They've got their armour on. She looks like Joan of Arc, doesn't she? They've got their armour on and then they're sort of putting their hands together like, let me just meditate on this a little bit. When it's reversed, it's being unwilling to stop, okay? It's like, I can't get my head together. My thoughts are flying around. I don't want to stand still. I don't want to, like, I can't focus, you know, to get one thought kind of like fixed. I can't get focused. It's a very restless energy. So with that being the challenge, I think someone is really out of sorts at the moment. And I don't know if this is like someone you're thinking about or someone that you're actually dealing with, or it's someone that's coming in the future, until we get more cards out, okay? It's a restless energy, you know. Respite is lying down and just meditating. Unable to kind of do that is what's coming out. It's like, can I sort myself? Oh my God, look, we've got the Six of Pentacles. So if we've got a nice even number. Someone's wanting fairness, reciprocity, and they're trying to be intelligent about this decision. They are the Hierophant. They could have Taurus in their chart or be a Taurus. It's someone who just wants fairness, okay? They just want to invest time, money, and energy with someone who also is going to invest time, money, and energy, the same amount, not a little tiny weeny bit, but just fair. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Let's get another one. Okay, they're reflecting on the past. The Seven of Pentacles is like, I've sown my seeds, okay? It's been a long summer. How productive has it been? It's like looking back, measuring like how productive, what's yielded from this, last few years. What have I achieved? If it's upright, it's like quite positive. If it's reversed, it's like, I don't think I've yielded enough. I don't think I've produced enough. Okay, so they've been in situations where someone's draining them financially, emotionally, just in a practical way, like wanting all their time. And it's just getting them nowhere fast. So they want to be smart about it now with the Hierophant. They want to use that life experience to learn and pick better, Let's get 3 for the outcome. Strong Taurus energy for their cards. It's all pentacles, isn't it? And a bit of swords. So that could be air and earth. Right, so we've got a Page of Wands. So someone's ready to start a new journey. That could be the two of you. You could be both feeling like that in your own way. A page is someone who's at the start of their journey, okay? So there's like this naive optimism. It's like, this is all good. They've not been down this road before, so they don't feel any kind of way about it. They're just excited. Page of Wands is someone who's setting off, on a new adventure, and they're just excited because they haven't really got anything to worry about. They've never done this before, so... New adventure meaning new relationship. The Temperance. Okay, so the Temperance is reversed. When it's upright, it's the major arcana for Sagittarius, Sagittarian energy, fire energy. Like there's a need to manage our emotions, whether that be anger, whether that be, shouting, screaming, crying, whatever it is. There's a need to kind of find balance, and we're struggling with that at the moment. And I don't know if it's you or them. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So when that's in the challenge position, well, when it's upright, it's someone that's working away to build their career, to build up their savings, to acquire assets. It's a grafter, a grinder, okay? This person intends to build and grow in the future, and they're trying to do that in their own career. But they also want another person who's on that wavelength as well, so they can get to the Ten of Pentacles, lasting generational wealth. I know this because it's what most people want, but it's not showing up as the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the 6, which is like half and half, even, fair. So obviously this is going to be someone that wants, marriage. They're going to want a highly traditional situation. Even if there wasn't marriage, they'd want to live together and everything be like half and half, a proper team. I think this is someone that you're manifesting in the future, so let's get a timing. When is Taurus and the one that's showing up in their reading, when are they going to meet? Oh my God, you got the same as Aries. Stay positive about it. Okay? Do not lose hope. Actually, you didn't get the same because theirs was don't lose hope, but it's the same general message, isn't it? Like, keep your vibration high. Like, make sure you're living your best life. You're doing things that are fun. You're taking enough time to grow and build, but you want to keep time to rest, time to be fulfilled, entertained. You're a very intelligent sign and you need to be stimulated by nature, by the material world, you know, colours, textures, shape. Be creative. Make sure that you go places and you let other people entertain you as well, because you are a homebody. I'm going to take my own advice and I might go up to my sister's tonight. If I'm allowed to do it, I'm such a hard worker, I will just work and I won't do the things that I need to do to sort of like keep my sanity. Like go and see a fire sign or go and see, you know, just someone with a different vibe to knock me up and out of like whatever, dip them in or whatever. Right, let's clarify their cards, because you know why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. Let's see what's going on with them. Why are they looking for fairness? Why are they restless? And why do they feel like they haven't achieved enough yet? See the way I was like, that card was like getting away from me. Negativity, like a dark cloud above you, are depressed, extreme moods. See, that might be them with the Temperance. Someone's really been messing with their emotions. Okay, too much drama. Way too much drama. And when someone creates drama, and this resonates me so much, right? Someone tried to slip into the DMs and they were like really trying to get like another chance with me, and I was just like, absolutely not. And the whole time that they were talking to me for the couple of days that I hadn't blocked them, I just thought, you're really throwing me off my game and work, and I really need to be focused. I really need to be on the ball. And I just can't do it. And like, that was enough, you know, like, because I still probably wouldn't have given him a chance, but I just thought, you're already like messing with my vibe. You know, I just can't, like, I can't afford, I've got deadlines, I've got like, you know, young people relying on me to be educated and to get things right. I just can't, I can't be having the drama. When there's too much drama, your pentacles just get blasted every which way. It's like if you got a pouch of money and you just opened it and then just banged it from the bottom, everything flies in different directions. It's not going to get all nice and neat and organised like this stacking up, is it? It's just going to be chaos. So, you know, that's the reason why they've got this situation where like their earnings are just like out of whack. They could have had to fund this person. Please don't spam. I don't do individual questions, okay? I don't do individual questions. You have to watch the sign. Like most channels, I think. I don't know anyone that takes individual questions, especially without payment. Let's continue to clarify what's going on with them. I might have to start pinning messages to the top. I've got to get my laptop out and do that at the start when I get set up, because the message isn't coming across. Swept away, caught up in the romance, or clearing out emotions. This person likes to be in love. They get caught up in it, okay, but then they get the drama from it. When it's with not the right kinds of people, you get your fingers burnt, don't you? So I think they're really trying to just keep to themselves. They might have children if they're showing up as a Queen of Pentacles. Oh, but am I getting mixed up? So I'm getting mixed up with the Aries reading. No, they're not financially independent, or I'm not saying they couldn't pay their own way, but in their mind, for the goals they've got for themselves, it would be having enough money to put together with another person and have lasting generational wealth. They haven't got there yet, okay? They don't feel that they've got there. And it's possibly been some setbacks from people who are just users, or they're making too much drama, so this person can't get focused. Oh, look. A situation is about to explode. Things are about to pop off in flames. Oh dear. Copycat. What is going on? Copycat. So they've been involved with someone who's a copycat. So that's really not good. It's like this person doesn't make drama just for the hell of it. Like, they study the person that they're watching, they really study them, and then they want to steal their knowledge. They want to emulate what that person's doing. They might steal what they look like. It's a bit creepy, that, if I'm honest. I don't really like that. Copycat. Look. The police have been involved. That's creepy. They've been involved with someone really creepy. That's going to be someone that doesn't have boundaries, you know. That's going to be someone that's like listening into your phone calls. You know, like the way you can tap in to like people's phone lines and stuff. I don't know how you do that with mobiles. I'm sure there is a way. They might be like, you know, looking at getting into the computer, like hacking the computer. I don't like that. No wonder this person's got no money left. Or they're not where they should be. There's someone really, really creepy around them. Let's get an unspoken truth. You've moved on, haven't you? If love had a weight, would you still carry it? Ooh, that's quite profound. I like these. This is, where's my unspoken truth box? I got these like only a couple of weeks ago. They're really good. So it's like this person is like an imposter, do you know what I mean? Like, if they had to actually deal with life's problems, the one that they're dealing with, if they had to deal with life's problems, if they treated a relationship with the hard work it required, you know, sometimes it'd be hard work, but it'd be worth it. I'm not doing individual questions. You'll just get removed. I'm just sorting out the chat because there's a lot of people that are just spamming. Okay. See, that's between the one that's showing up in your reading and their last person. Okay, it's nothing to do with you. They want someone who's not going to be put off by the fact that relationships need maintaining. Relationships are not easy, and they're all lovely at the beginning because we enjoy to court people, and then when we feel like we've got them, that's a really nice feeling because you feel like you're together, you're loyal, you're exclusive, everyone relaxes a little bit. And then it starts getting a bit routine, and then people start dropping the ball. Okay, they drop that rock, and they just think relationships do themselves. They think the smallest gust of wind will blow that feather right up again, and we've never got to put any effort in ever again. It doesn't work like that, okay? You're going to have to pick up more rocks, carry more weight, but it'll be totally worth it, okay? That'll become gold. So this person's lingering in their energy. They're sort of like watching them. It's a bit weird. I don't like it. They'll do well to move on from it. What's good is they've got the Page of Wands, so this creep is watching them move on. Okay, and they might not accept that, but it's happening. That's what restraining orders are for. So it's telling you to stay positive. Cycles. Fate, karma, something ending and something beginning. Well, I'd say it's something ending and something beginning, okay? Because they've got the Hierophant, so they are using their knowledge and they're waiting for something that's really fair this time. And they're starting a brand new adventure, okay? They're not having a rebirth with anyone. They're not the Wheel of Fortune reverse. There's nothing karmic. There's no devil card. There's nothing like that, okay? So in the outcome, this person's about grafting, and you know, their emotions might be out of whack sometimes, but they're trying really, really hard. Okay, they might be taking on other courses. They might have started a side hustle. They might have changed jobs or taken on more responsibility. Whatever it is, this person intends to glow up. Okay, financially glow up, and they've got their goals. They've got their head screwed on now. They've, you know, the rose tinted glasses are off, and they're trying to move away from anyone that's not going to put in their fair share. Let's get you some advice, Taurus. Rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. Okay, so this person's just deciding that even though it's really tough for them right now, and this could be you as well, even though things have been really tough, we're just going to keep healing. We're going to keep doing what we know is good for us, exercising, working hard, you know, like seeing good friends and family, people that care about us. And we've got our eyes wide open now. And so's this person, okay? So when a good thing comes along, guess what? You appreciate it 10 times harder because you've had to wait for it. Because you've experienced what it's like to be with someone who just does not live up to the standard. And it's not about, oh, they're not good enough because we're snooty. They're toxic AF, you know, and they don't deserve to get the claws into you. And it'll drain you. It'll drain you emotionally, financially, physically. We've got change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of our reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Oh my gosh, that goes so well. Gaia. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our Great Mother, and to the universe that birthed us all. In case this is sacred geometry, you're a part of that. You are not outside of it. You're not separate to it, looking at it. You're in it. Okay, so if you feel disconnected, if you feel lost, or like you're spinning off orbit, don't. Okay, because what you think you're looking at that's beautiful, you are part of that. Okay, and you're part of that never-ending pattern. Sacred geometry has no beginning and it has no end. And you are part of it. You're part of that tapestry. Okay, so everything's in hand. You're in good company with the universe. Let's see what you're showing up as right now. The black egg. Right, this is that's really interesting because this is not air, earth, water, fire energy. This is ethereal now. Okay, so you're showing up as someone who's really connected with their crown chakra. You're like deeply spiritual, deeply connected, okay, at one with the universe. So I think that's really poetic because you're the hanged man, hanging yourself in suspense, waiting for the right opportunity. Okay, you're not running around trying to woo like just anybody. And so is this person. Okay, that is less about intuition and it's more about I just need to grow up now. I need to get my head screwed on. I've lived this experience a few times. I don't want to do it anymore. That's a very human kind of like, I'm now the teacher. I'm not a student anymore. You're not gonna throw that cup of emotion towards anyone. You know, that's the most expensive wine on this plane, this planet. It's not gonna go to just anybody. Okay, we're gonna keep hold of it, and it's being saved for very, very special people, VIPs only. Okay, I hope that resonates. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one, Taurus. You're very welcome to look up black egg to get some more meaning behind it. Situation is about to explode. I forgot about that one. Wow, I tell you what, if I found someone rooting through my bins or hacking my computer or listening into my phone conversations, I would not be happy at all. I would explode. If someone has not got any boundaries, and that's creepy as. Okay, we're going on to Gemini. anyone that has to do all that is, you know, they're a sociopath. It's like, if you're having to get inside the mind of another person and incept them, do you know what I mean? That's like inception, isn't it? It's not, that's not normal. That's like a parasitic behaviour. It's a hardcore situation. Oh my God. I've been watching what's he called? He's like a body language expert. I can't remember what he's called. And he was talking about Meghan Markle and Harry. And that makes me really uncomfortable, like watching him discuss their body language and stuff. It's really creepy. He basically like was saying like she's not natural with him, like she's a naturally flirty person, but around him it's more about control, and there's not genuine feelings of like emotion there, and he probably doesn't realise. She tries to emulate, it's like that You series. I don't really like the actor in it, but it's like all that Dirty John one, the Dirty John one, where he like assumes other people's personalities and copycats. That's what they've got going on there. They've got a copycat that's trying to incept their brain and make them think that they're supposed to be with them. You know, that isn't like spiritual or human. It's something different, isn't it? It's something weird, that. I mean, God knows how her family feel like seeing videos like that. They must be like thoroughly freaked out. Must be really freaked out. But he's like been studying the human mind and psychology for decades, so he knows his stuff. I missed it. I was a big fan of them getting together. So, you know, I've changed my mind now. But I didn't like people going on about it. Hiya, Shani. It's I'm going through the zodiac signs. Okay, so you listen to the sign of yourself or your person that you're interested in, and you kind of follow the narrative that's going on in their life. I don't do individual questions. You can pay for a private reading if you want, but I do the zodiac signs, and that's free. It's collective. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this final week of June 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? Three cards for Gemini, please. Okay, we've got the Five of Swords reversed. So we're trying to avoid verbal disagreements, saying the wrong word. We're trying to keep the peace, basically. Okay. Sorry, I didn't show you the artwork. That's someone that, you know, they've fallen out and everyone's walking off in a different direction. And so they may have like had the last word, but they don't look that happy, and neither does anyone else. Okay, so the opposite of that is like we're trying to keep the peace. I mean, you are an air sign, so you're good at holding your breath a lot of the time. Sometimes you might say the wrong thing, but we all do that. Nine of Swords in the challenge position. So Nine of Swords upright is being really, like, kept awake with worry at night. You know, 9 swords is a lot. That's a lot of thinking, a lot of overthinking, a lot of fear, anxiety. When it's reversed, it's like we're no longer worrying about stuff. This is the challenge. Okay, so there's a lot of swords here. Okay, another challenge is being out in the cold. So that could be money, time, or energy. You know, with Pentacles, it's investment, but it's general investment. So the challenge is, you know, am I going to be out in the cold with this person? Am I going to be out of pocket with this person? Am I going to be embraced by them? You know, will I be supported financially? There's a lot of anxiety here and walking on eggshells, or, you know, just fears about ending up sort of worse off. Now, we've got an Ace of Wands for the one that's showing up in your reading. That is phallic, okay? That is huge amounts of enthusiasm, passion, sexual energy. It's like an ace is what you want met halfway by the universe, okay? So with Ace of Wands, I always get rebirth energy. This is like, you know, I can't wait to start down this path with you. I cannot wait. I am buzzing. I'm so excited. I'm thrilled. I'm on cloud 9. And I tend to get that with people from the past because they just... It's maybe not that the relationship ended, or it could be, but it might be that it never got to the point of being a relationship and it's someone that's like come back into your life. There could be someone from your past that you know, pops up and they're just like thrilled to be in your energy. Aces are number 1 as well, so that would be the start of a new chapter. It's not just that they're happy to see you, it's like they want a new chapter with you, okay? The Magician reversed. So the Magician card, when it's upright, is all 4 aces. It's the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. So it's like I've got all the tools to make this work. I've got emotional intelligence, I have got intellect, I've got energy, I've got money. That's reversed, and we know we've got an Ace of Wands, so it's something to do with the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, or the Ace of Pentacles that's the issue. They don't have, they've got energy and enthusiasm, they're motivated for this, but there's something they haven't got. There's one of the aces or 2 of the aces that they haven't got. So there could be a problem of money or strategy, communication, or clarity. No, they've got clarity because it's the Ace of Wands. Communication, strategy, or money. So let's get another card and see. Oh, I know what it is. It's the Ace of Cups that I'm missing, isn't it? 5 of Wands. Okay, so there's a lot of conflict, and that could be inner conflict. Like sometimes you get some news and part of you's happy and part of you's not happy, or sometimes you tell people some news and some people are happy and some people are not, and it causes arguments. Okay, so this could be inner conflict or external conflict. We could have mixed emotions, or people around us could be disagreeing about something. Now, I'm saying we, but these are the cards for your person. So in their reality, either they're confused about something, or they've got mixed, feelings about it, or the people around them have got mixed feelings about it. Ooh. I don't think they're conflicted because they've got the Ace of Wands. So people around them are not supportive of this. Like friends, family, colleagues. Let's get 3 for the outcome. No wonder you've had anxiety, felt left out in the cold. You're trying to like dance to their tune because you're terrified that they're going to walk away because they're being discouraged. In the outcome, we got the 6 of Cups reversed, okay? The 6 of Cups upright is 2 people that are soulmates. It's like, I hold you in such high regard that you're like a member of my family. I have many memories built up with you. We're nostalgic together. That's a really lovely card, but that's reversed. So it could be that someone isn't really a soulmate and you thought they were, or you thought they were going to become that, and they're not. Let's get 2 more. Now the challenge is the Temperance, okay? So that's managing emotions. It's the major arcana for Sagittarius. It's fire energy. She's trying to pour emotions between 2 cups and get the right balance, okay? So we don't want to lose our temper. We don't want to be crying our eyes out. That's a challenge at the moment, okay? So there's a lot of emotions going around. You could be having mood swings. They could be having mood swings. I mean, highly likely when you've got all these influences around you that are discouraging you. We've got the Moon reversed and the Devil reversed. Now, if those 2 were upright, that would be the Fool realises that he must walk forwards anyway, even in the dark. Let's just hide that one a minute. Even in the dark, where we don't know what the future holds, we don't know what's going to come up, what challenges there's going to be, what beautiful things there's going to be. We mustn't let fear govern us, okay? So we must walk forwards anyway. That is the major arcana for Pisces. It's about following intuition, trusting yourself, trusting the plan, walk forwards bravely. The Devil, now that's the major arcana for Capricorn. The Devil is about, well, you could have these in your chart, or your person could. So we've got the Moon and the Devil. So that's Capricorn and Pisces, okay? The Devil is like, I'm obsessed with the fact that I must walk forwards anyway. Those were reversed. See, this is like, I've lost my attachment. I've got free from. I'm getting free from this like fear that's stopping me from moving forwards. Were they reversed or were they upright? I can't remember because it went on about it so much. Were they reversed or were they upright? I think they were reversed, weren't they? Yeah, this is when the Devil card's reversed. That's good. That's a positive reversal because it means that we're breaking free from any sort of obsession or attachment to something. And fear was the issue. Okay. So, unfortunately, you've had blocks with this relationship and it's external people around this person. Let's clarify. Why have they got the Magician reversed? Yeah, negativity. They're surrounded by negative Nellies. Okay. People are putting them off. They're making out like it's not going to work. Why are you bothering? Maybe it involves moving. Maybe it involves two very different lifestyles, very different personalities, beliefs. I don't know. Two different cultures. But someone's like, or multiple people are really, really being negative. Like a dark cloud above, you are depressed, extreme moods. Okay. Let's get some more. Playful innocence. Embrace a childish spirit where baby steps lead to joy, not seriousness. Yeah, so the only way you'll kind of find out is by doing it, you know, and just giving it a go. And if it's too damn hard, then you go back, okay? You go back to where you came from. It may be the best thing you ever did. The only way you'll know is by doing it, okay? So this person needs to stop letting people get in their head, letting people have a say. If it's your life, you've got to live it for you. You can't kind of like, what's the word? Portion it up by everyone that's in your life and they all get a stake in it and they all get to tell you what to do. Because it's you that's going to have to live with never trying, or it's you that's going to have to live with a situation that they prefer that you don't even feel in love with. You know, like, that's not fair. You're going to pay the ultimate price, aren't you? Which is your sanity, your happiness, your health. Recording, announcing, expressing, revealing truth. Ooh, what is going on? See, this one confuses me a bit because it's like they're trying to get dirt on you, Gemini. Whoops. Oh my God, that flew out of my hands. It's like the negative people are trying to get dirt on you to kind of like, you know, show that to this person and be like, there, you don't want them now, do you? That, you know, that's just never going to work, is it? Because that's just going to piss off that person. The more a family try to tell a young person not to do something, they're probably going to want to do it even more. You've moved on, haven't you? Okay, so this person they're worrying. They're worrying, okay? They don't like that this has been getting in the way. They're worried that you've moved on. If love had a weight, would you still carry it? So if it means that their family are, you know, less than supportive, is that going to be an issue for you? You know, are we going to be able to withstand, like, if I come and be with you anyway? Because look how much they want this. You couldn't want anything more. That's ridiculous amounts of enthusiasm, you know, within this person. Unfortunately, they're surrounded by negativity. The people that are supposed to encourage, you know, and support a new relationship, the family, the friends, they can be the ones to end it as well. If they really like want to try to do that, it's quite easy to do that. It's wrong, but it's quite easy to do it. And I've had that. I've had sabotage by that the other person's friends and family a lot of times, actually. You are worthy of love. No proof is needed. Okay, so this person knows that they deserve to choose who they want to be with. And they know that it's wrong, that the people around them are trying to put them off. Okay. Did we get a timing yet? We didn't, did we? It says, distract yourself from the waiting game. Okay, so there might be a lot of things that need sorting out here in order for this to come together. Sometimes you need to surrender stuff to the universe, surrender it to your spirit team. If you try to force things or push things forwards, you only exhaust yourself. You know, it's like trying to swim against the tide. That's pretty pointless, and you'll get tired really, really quickly. So the best thing to do is surrender it. And, you know, if you're ever in trouble in the water, the best thing to do is float on your back, because you let the energy and the weight of the water, you're just floating on the top of it. Okay. The worst thing to do is to swim against the tide, because you'll get tired so fast. And you can take that as life advice as well. Sometimes my circumstances, I've worried about them and I've tried and tried and tried, and then a few days later my luck's changed, and I didn't do anything to support that or create that. The external circumstances changed. So in the grand scheme of things, there's much change happening all the time, and it feels like you're stuck, and it feels like you're not getting anywhere. And if, you know, we can worry and worry and worry, and then it sorts itself out anyway. And you're like, well, I wish I'd known that. I could have, like, you know, not been worried at night, or I could have not done job applications till 3 in the morning. But that's life, you know. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Are they married? No wonder people have got a problem with this, if it means a divorce. That's making more sense now. Oh, sorry. Just knocked the tripod. Yeah, because people can be very judgmental, especially older people. Sometimes they can be great, you know, it depends what their own life experience is, what your culture is. People don't like change, because then they worry about how they're going to be affected, and in quite a selfish way. They're thinking, well, great, well, who's this new person? Better the devil you know. You know, like, what's the new one going to be like? They're worried about the instability that it will cause for them. So that's interesting, that. Let's get you some advice then, Gemini. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Okay, so do you remember what I said about just letting the weight of the water, like, support your body? When you lie in bed at night, just let the weight of the bed support your body, as if you're floating on water. Okay, completely relax and trust that we're all exactly where we're supposed to be. Okay, in our own individual journeys, and it's just a stopgap. Things are being worked out. Surrender it to the universe. You know, say, these are the things that I would like. I'm surrendering it to you now to make it so. And we continue to work hard, and we continue to put effort into things, but we can't control someone else's journey and how fast they move along that journey, and we can't have it tomorrow. You know, you got to surrender things and let go of it. If you've been clinging on or overly worried, just surrender it. Just, there's something quite liberating about that, instead of carrying all the weight of the worry. Because when you're overly trying to manage something, it's because you don't trust that everything's going to work out. And there we have it, the third eye. Okay, trust your gut. Go with your intuition. Manifest, ask the things that you want, ask your angels for help. They're not allowed to interfere. Okay, so you have to ask them for help. You have to be clear what you want, say it out loud, and then surrender it, let it go. Sorry, I didn't read it. The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. They say that whenever you have an extreme feeling of gratitude, and you don't really know where it's come from, you just feel really like loads of gratitude, that the person that you want is thinking about you as well. I don't know, that's what one of the readers said on one of the channels, and I thought that was really lovely, so I shared it. Let's see what creature you're showing up as. That came out straight away. You got a hyena. Oh, and you got something else. Golden egg. Ooh. Okay, so hyena lives in a hot environment, so that's fire, fire sign, fire energy. They're nocturnal, okay? They come out in the day as well, but they hunt at night. They're scavengers. They look for the dead. They look for, carrion, which is dead, rotting flesh. And they're very important because they're essential to the ecosystem. If that rotting carcass from animals that have been killed earlier on in the day was just left for the next day, and the next day there'd be flies all over it, be all dirty. As soon as that animal has been killed, the hyena will come in and they'll take everything, muscle, skin, bone. And that's their job, they're cleaners. So they're very essential. You could be someone that's very, very important in your workplace or your family dynamic, the glue that holds everything together, or you have some sort of really essential role. Hyenas are very challenged as well because, if they're forced to hunt, they will. But they'll go a long time without water. They'll go a long time without food. They're very scrawny. They wait for their chances. They wait for the opportunities. They have to be incredibly patient. So you may have a job where you're having to be really, really patient, or it doesn't have to be a career. It could be just in life. You're someone with a very, very long fuse. You can survive like the toughest, harshest, most extreme environments, okay, really harsh climates. Golden egg. So that's ethereal. It's not fire, earth, water, air. It's an ethereal symbol. So you'll have to look up golden egg, okay, and see what that means. Is there something really spiritual about this situation and about your journey right now? I mean, a golden egg seems like something very, very special to me. You're part of the ether. I think that's all the cards. Okay, so that's your reading, Gemini. Please take care, okay? Distract yourself from the waiting game. There's stuff that needs to be resolved here, and this all says to me there's going to be an ending, and they're headed straight for you, whoever this is. I got a feeling that you know who this is, because you look very, very upset about something, but it could be a brand new person. Look, they're trying to get away from their last situation, so that's why you kind of need to back off a little bit, release things to the universe, surrender it. Surrender doesn't mean to just like give up on it. It means like, this is what I'm asking for. I'm going to make a wish, and then I'm going to blow that dandelion. or I'm going to blow that eyelash, whatever your belief is. You will see 1111. I saw it today, actually. Seeing 1111 on the clock's a really, really good one, because you've got to say whatever your first thought is. What is the one thing, if you could sort one thing out? You know, would it be work? Would it be getting a house sale? Would it be the person that you secretly love, you know, like secretly loving you too? Like, you're forced to, like, whatever that thing is that you want the most, you got to say it before it changes to 1112. So it's quite a good one, that one. If you're struggling to kind of go, well, if I needed to pick one thing, there's a few things that I'd like. Sometimes a bit of time pressure is good, because you can't overthink it. It's funny, like, when you see 1111, you tend to see it quite a lot over a few weeks, and then you don't see it for ages. It's not like you're seeing it all the time. It's just, but you won't just see it once. It's like happens for a while, as if there's some sort of gateway open. Like Cancer. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Cancer's highest good. How is Cancer feeling in this 4th week of June 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Cancer, please. How is Cancer feeling? Okay, so we've got the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So the 2 of Cups, when it's upright, is 2 people that have recently met and fallen in love. Each person is offering the other a cup of love. The 3 of Wands is when you've been at a fork in the roads and then you've chosen A or B and you're taking action on it. Okay, so that's the challenge. If it was reversed, it'd be like unrequited love, like one person loves, the other doesn't, and we're not doing anything about it. We're not moving forwards. So the challenge, I think, is finding a new romance, a new love. Something where you can walk that journey together. Let's get 2 more, because they are a combination. Okay, so we've got the Page of Wands in the challenge position. So yeah, so I'm ready for a new adventure. Pages are at the beginning of a new chapter, a new journey. They're not worried, they're not anxious, they're just fiery and excited. You know, they're feeling optimistic, feeling sexy, feeling enthusiastic, because this pathway has not been walked before. It's because I'm talking so much. There's nothing to be nervous about, there's nothing to be down about, you know, or bitter about. It's just optimism. That's the challenge, though. So, I think you just... I think you're stood at a fork in the road, and you know that you could instigate, you know, and easily start dating again. But it's like there's just a little bit of hesitation before, like, embarking upon that journey, but you will do it. Yeah, so we've got the Lovers reversed. The Lovers upright is a destined union between two people that agreed to a soul contract when they were in the 5D. Okay, so that when you became human and in the human flesh, you would have a relationship, and it would be long term, and everyone would know that you two are exclusive, you're in love, you would build a life together. When the Lovers is reversed, one person doesn't feel the same as the other, so it's like a false union, okay, because it's unrequited love. I think this is your worry. This is your worry, that this is what's waiting down this pathway that you're about to start walking down. Right, the one that's showing up in your reading has got the Queen of Wands reversed. Now, the Queen of Wands upright it's very Sagittarian energy. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's Wands, it's fire, but it's heavy Sagittarius. Now, this is someone who is very capable, very hardworking, a go-getter, high energy. You know, get the tunes on, get the loud music on, attractive, nice to look at, very, very seductive when they want to be, okay? This can also, in a love reading, be the third person in a third party dynamic, so the temptress, or, you know, that male that's got the, you know, the cheeky kind of glint in his eye that attracts a woman away from a marriage. Like, this is the other man, the other woman. When it's reversed, it could be an overly lusty or angry person, or someone who's feeling weak and loss of libido. Okay, it's these qualities but accentuated in one direction or the other. It doesn't mean there's definitely a third party situation, but it can represent that in love readings. The Queen of Wands. Okay, we've got the King of Pentacles, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a solid provider, someone that's very much aware of their responsibilities. They're good with money, earning it, good with spending it. They like material possessions. They like to gift people. They like to buy things for themselves. Very, very like steady energy. And then we've got the World card reversed. Now, the World card, when it's upright, is the completion of a cycle. The Fool realizes that better days are coming, okay? In this story of the Major Arcana, this is where things have been rough. but we can still be optimistic. We know that better days are coming. It's the end of a cycle. With that being reversed, there's something that hasn't completed. Some sort of cycle hasn't completed. And then we've got the Hierophant. So we've got a lot of heavy Taurus energy now. The Hierophant is the major arcana for Taurus. Plus you've got the Earth with the King of Pentacles. You've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn from that. The Hierophant is the teacher, okay? So this person has a lot of wisdom. They've lived a lot of life and they know better now, okay? So from experience, they're no longer the student, they've become the teacher. And they want to help other people to avoid the mistakes they made, you know, by talking to others, by teaching others. It's a very, very wise person. It can also represent marriage. Some people say that it represents marriage. The Hierophant card, I don't know why. So we've got heavy fire, heavy earth. Someone could have a bad temper or be overly lusty, or they could be feeling weak and demotivated. King of Pentacles is upright, so they're a solid provider. The Hierophant is very, very wise. But why is the World card reversed? There's some sort of cycle, like karmic cycle. Maybe they've been sexual with someone outside of their marriage, or with someone who is married. They're showing up as a king and as a queen, so I would say that they're married, or they at least have a lot of responsibility in work, they have children. Because you're showing up as a page, I'd say that you're single. And you're looking for love, and you apprehensious, okay? You're a bit like, oh, what is going to happen once I walk down this road? Right, so they've got the King of Pentacles and they've got the Queen of Pentacles coming out, so that's divine counterparts. I do wonder if this person's married. Because we've got a marriage card with the Hierophant. We've got the Queen of Wands, which is like third party. They're showing up as a King of Pentacles, or someone in their energy is, and they've got the Queen of Pentacles. Like, they're definitely showing up as a Queen of Pentacles, but the Queen of Pentacles is upright, so they're a good provider. The King of Pentacles was upright, so they're a good provider. They've either lost their libido or they've gone a bit promiscuous and they're having an affair. Let's get 3 for the outcome. We've got the Moon card reverse, major for Pisces. The Moon card, when it's upright, in the story of the major arcana, the Fool realises that he must walk forwards anyway. He can't be a prisoner of fear. So even though, you know, there's wolves in the woods at night, even though there are things hidden that we don't know everything before walking down the journey, we must just do it anyway. You know, because fear can hold you back from a lot of stuff. When it's reversed, it's like the fear is just overwhelming. Like, we're not moving. We're too afraid. We're too stuck because of fear. I wonder if that's you being stuck out of fear. And just as I'm shuffling, I'm looking at the Hierophant cards and I'm like, has someone decided to return to a marriage after cheating? Because sometimes people do that. Right, we've got a Queen of Swords now. Queen of Swords, like, can be a divorce card in a love reading for someone who's married. That is like, I'm telling the truth. I'm going to be honest, and I'm not like taking any prisoners. Like, walk towards me, but do it in the right way. And then this sword is used to like sever ties between the Queen and the King. And we've got a Queen and a King of Pentacles matching suits. So I feel like there's a divorce on the cards here for this person. I think this is someone you're manifesting in, you know. I think they invited someone into, you know, they're already committed, but they invited someone into their world. And then I think they tried to, like, you know, work at the marriage. And then I think now they're kind of like overcoming their fear and they're just divorcing. I think they're causing a divorce, but we'll clarify. Let's get one more for the outcome. Yeah, Page of Swords. When that's upright, it's someone watching, waiting, gathering information. When that's reversed, it's like, I'm not looking. I don't want to know. I'll block you. I don't want to hear. I don't want to see. Okay. That's the challenge. It's quite tense energy, isn't it, in the outcome? I'm just looking at the cards and I'm like, that could also be you, like having your guard up, you know, and then sort of like, do I even want to, you know, find out more about someone new? Because this is like when you're curious about someone that's turned up at work, or you're curious about someone that has moved into your neighbourhood, and you don't really want to be seen, but you're trying to sort of ask around about them, or looking out, hoping they'll walk past. It's observing with the aim of gathering information. So you could be a bit like with your guard up, sort of curious, like semi-curious, but then not enough to kind of like put yourself out there. But that can be a divorce card. So I feel like with everything we've got on this side, it's probably that. When's this person, if this is someone new, when's this person going to come in for Cancer, please? Because they're showing up in Cancer's reading. And you're not married if you're showing up as the Two of Cups and the Page of Wands and the Lover's reversed. You trust that it will happen when the time is right. Okay, so we don't want this person while they're in the middle of this shit storm going on over here. Okay, that's a hot mess that needs to be sorted out. Yeah, everything here says to me, like, these are the things that I want, and I haven't got it. Trust that it'll happen when the time's right, okay? Let's clarify their side, because you know what you're feeling and why. So I'm not going to clarify your side. Why have they got the Queen of Wands reversed, please? Oh, secret past, skeletons in the closet, not telling the whole story. They've defo had it away with someone. They defo have. They've had affairs. Reciprocal lines. Navigate boundaries with grace, mastering the art of give and take in harmony. Okay, so they may have thought, like, this is really wrong what I'm doing, and I'm just going to really, like, try, you know, with my marriage, and that's all in the past, and they don't need to know. Anger management. Oof. They could have cheated because they've been dealing with someone that loses their temper. Okay, comes back in a bad mood or gets in a bad mood. Sometimes people take their anger out on the person that's at home, don't they? Losing you taught me love isn't about possession. Shut up. That resonates, doesn't it? That resonates like so well with the other cards. If you trap someone, if you control them, if you project your like bad day onto the first thing they're gonna do as soon as that door's open is fly away. That's the first thing they're gonna do because they're not enjoying the environment that they're in. It's hostile. It's suffocating. You know, they're being punished for stuff that's not even their fault. I'm just going to plug my phone in because it's about to go off. What time is it now? 9:15. It's too late to go up to my sister's now, isn't it? Can't be going up that late on a Sunday. Okay, so this is in the pipeline. It's not something that is going to be... It's not going to be like next week, do you know what I mean? Now, being a Queen of Swords doesn't mean they're a man or a woman. It just means that they're in that, like, feminine, truthful, honest, you know, clear, and it does look like it's severing legal ties to someone. Swords of truth, honour, integrity, communication, facts, knowledge, information. Yeah, someone's moving out. Change of residence, moving in with your partner. Okay, so they're probably moving out of the marital home, or their person is. Oh my God, look as well, look. Escaping. Let's get you some advice then, Cancer. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Ooh. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. We need to look deeper. We need to look deeper into situations and not take things for face value. Things that are special, things that are hard to find, they're worth the wait. I'm not going to do the other signs. I need to go for a quick walk around the block while it's just still light because I've been sat all day. Magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. Oh my God, how well does that go? It'll happen when it's the right time. You have to trust in the magic of life. Trust that there's good things coming for you, Cancer. Think about in your mind, in your heart, when you think of a future with someone, what is it that looks like? Okay, what kind of house, what kind of person, what qualities would they have? What is it that you really want? And ask your angel guides for it, okay? And then release that, surrender it to the universe, and in about a year, you'll get it. You have to ask them for help. They can't interfere. But until you're clear on what you want, while you're thinking about the past stuff, negative stuff, or what hasn't worked out, it just all gets confusing, okay? And it just shows that you haven't moved on. So you have to like picture what you do want and spend a good portion asking for that. Coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Yeah, so if in your heart you're still healing, it's very, very difficult to bring in you, to manifest that mentally and say out loud and get focused on what you want and picture it is really difficult when you're still mourning for the past. So try to harmonize the heart and the mind. You know, accept how things played out. Be thankful for the time that you had with people in the past, the good experiences you had with them. You know, accept that that contract came to an end and it wasn't meant to be, you know, the one that lasts forever. I'm sure everyone has moments where they're thinking about you too, you know, and thinking about stuff like this, even if they seem like they don't. Everyone, you know, that has a functioning brain, you know, drops their ego when they're at home, lying in bed at night and has a little think about stuff and mull stuff over. Of course they do. You know, 99% of us do. The heart chakra, here we go. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that we're talking about where we let go of grudges, we let go of bitterness, we let go of resistance to what happened and trying to figure it out and why did it happen, and trying to intellectualize it, you know, to problem solve it, and we actually just accept that if it was that difficult or it's over, it wasn't meant to stay with us forever. Every connection's important and it teaches us lots of things and it teaches the other person lots of things and everyone around them, and we all change trajectory because of it, so it has significance. If that helps, your part in every person's life that you've come across has been significant. It's been significant for them and it's been significant for you. So don't think, oh my goodness, like, you know, everything's been for nothing, and that's like dramatizing things, it's catastrophizing things. I'm never going to meet anyone. Don't say negative things like that out loud or to yourself. Just think, the trajectory of my life and another person's life has been changed by us meeting, and we were supposed to meet, but now we're supposed to part, and you eventually be able to get to a point. I understand people can't do that at the beginning, like I can't, but if you find yourself thinking about the past a lot, and that's something I definitely do, you know, it sort of helps to say, well, it had a profound effect on them and it had a profound effect on me. Because we can sort of villainize people and we can sort of tell ourselves that they don't care that it's over, that they're probably happy now. You know, you're writing stuff that's not even true. So don't tell yourself things like that. That's ego and fear and, you know, not being healed. How are you showing up right now? And then I'm going to let you go. Where's that gone? There it is. The owl. Okay. Nocturnal creature. I mean, a symbol of intelligence. Owls have incredible eyesight, don't they? You know, they're of the air. They're airborne. They're not designed for really, really long journeys, okay? They swoop. They're mostly waiting. They've got incredible eyesight, foresight. They find their opportunities. I think the simplicity of an owl is as important as an owl's, you know, like supposed intelligence. The simplicity of it. It functions, it does its thing, and it does it well. You know, and maybe there's like an opportunity to sort of do less thinking, less worrying, and be in the moment. Because an owl, you know, isn't sitting agonizing, it's being in the moment, and it's good at what it does. And it does it well, and then it doesn't worry about anything else. It doesn't worry about anything else, you know what I mean? Except for getting that harvest mouse, whatever it is, that's in the long grass. It sweeps down to get that. It does it. It's over and done. So go a bit more primitive, a bit more primal. Okay, and just be in the moment. I think I'm reading it intuitively, but you're solid and capable. Okay, you're solid and capable. Be in the moment. Right, take care. Don't forget to give me a like if this resonates. Please subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. I will get some signs done tomorrow. I need to go for a quick walk because, you know, when I sit all day, my feet swell up. It's really not good. I need to move more, so that's my thing that I need to do instead of doing hours and hours and hours of tarot. I've got to move. Whilst my feet literally fill up with blood from gravity. So I'm going to go for a walk, protect my heart, and I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, have a good rest of your night and your weekend.